Yeah.
What's up?
Hi. I'm sorry that Link Brown guy was bothering you. I would be happy to refund the cost of your ticket.
Got a few pictures I gotta show y'all and shit later.
Well, it's like a good crowd. Yeah, that's true.
Hey BJ, what's up? All right, tries on his way. Just to let y'all know, just to let you know, I'm making some spaghetti downstairs, so I might be in and out. Yo, Ronnie, that Jack. Let me tell you something. I was really expecting a movie like a straight hood movie, but I'm not gonna lie. That movie you sent me was actually not bad. It was actually a very good movie. The ending, I'm not. The ending had me so fucked up. I had to watch a comedy right after because it was just like, god damn. But if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, check out the movie called Jacked Up. Some sources they call it Jack. Some sources call it Jacked Up. I'm gonna call it Jacked Up because that's what the movie poster says. Has Ronrico Lee, the underrated Alexis Fields, another underrated Anna Marie Horsford. Busy Bone was in the movie. One of the members from Next, I think his name is Tilo or something like that, was in the movie. Pretty decent movie, came out in '01. Oh, also check out this other movie on Netflix too called Passing with Tessa Thompson. Y'all would like that movie. And ironically, I'm gonna watch the Harder They Fall tonight. I was gonna watch that last night, but that whole Passing movie caught my attention and shit like that. So I was just like, let me check this out. Natural Born Killers is on my list, Sam. I'm gonna watch it soon. Oh, RL must have played one of the RL must play. I didn't recognize who RL was in that movie. I'm gonna be real. He must have played one of the gang members or something. What do you think about the classic movie American Me? I've never seen American Me before. I've heard good things about it. Q said, "What is your next What the Beef episode?" Definitely the breakup of the Murder Inc. supergroup, which I'm gonna actually start working on that this weekend. Yeah, director's cuts are always the best versions of movies. Speaking of movies, the Do the Right Thing movie reviews gonna be later on this month, so stay tuned on that. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. I'm not even in the best mood today because I had some bullshit happen in my school. This to be real. So if I do come off a little frank or if I come off a little harsher today, y'all will know. Thanks for all the love on the MC Shin review we did Tuesday night. Shout out to Eric Johnson again. Who's an American Me again? Didn't that come out in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, right? I've seen some Blood In, Blood Out. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of bored me. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I heard 50 Cent's trying to do a show on Snoop Dogg's murder trial. I don't know about all that. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's like some American crime stories kind of shit. Like what FX did with the OJ trial and the murder of Versace and shit. Let me take my vitamin C to that shit. People got killed because of American Me. Really interesting. You know what's one good movie nobody really talks about? South Central. That's a classic, in my opinion. Even though I'm not gonna lie, Glenn Plummer, he was pretty much carried the whole fucking movie because most of the acting in that movie was kind of hit or miss. Yeah, Vino, South Central is definitely one of my favorites. I remember when BT always used to play that fucking movie late at night before they started playing everything Tyler Perry. Okay, tries coming on. Yep, OG Bobby Johnson.
What's
Yo,
good? What up?
nothing much. Had a stupid day as usual. What about you?
Chilling.
Who the fuck is Corday?
Corday is a new lyricist. He said some shit. I sent it
It's
to
a
you
lot
in the
of.
BJ's.
Yeah, I know. I'm reading. I'm just now looking
Cor-
at this message.
Corday is dating what's her name? The tennis player. Um the Chinese
Venus and
chick.
Serena.
No, the Oriental chick.
Oh,
What's her name again?
man,
Huh?
I don't know. The only tennis players I know are Venus and
Oh,
Serena.
whatever the Oriental chick name. I forgot her name. He dating her.
Oh, so he's one of them niggas that dates outside his race, but then all of a
Well,
sudden he gets mad
she's
at his
half
own
black
race.
though. No, she's Haitian and Chinese.
I don't give a damn if she's Haitian
Japanese.
and white, man. That's
Her father's Haitian and her mother is Oriental. Her mother is like Japanese or some shit.
oh, her father's Haitian. Oh, that makes
Yeah,
it even better.
yeah. She have a documentary on Netflix like about her life.
Like I said, the only tennis players I care about is Venus and Serena.
Oh man, Venus fell off years ago, man. What are you talking about, Venus? She fell off a
Hey,
long time ago.
I don't know. I don't watch tennis like that. Every
No,
time my grandpa watches tennis, it's always the Williams sisters.
come on. What's her name, Ronnie? Y'all always looking up information. What's the Oriental chick that Corday is dating? Forgot her name. Look up that information. They y'all always looking up everything else.
So I got some pictures I wanted to show you before we start.
Okay.
I got two Japanese ones I'm gonna save for later. But
What
got
up?
the color soundtrack.
Oh, nice. But is Ice T on
Yeah.
there?
Yep. Ice T colors.
Naomi, yes, Naomi Osaka. That's her name. Yeah, that's who he's dating.
Oh, her name is Naomi Osaka.
Yeah,
She even has an African name. Shit.
yeah.
Anyway.
She's half Japanese, half Haitian.
Anyway, I got the color soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows about the movie Colors.
Right.
Soundtrack is actually not that bad. If you really want Ice T's Colors, it's the best way because a lot of these songs are either songs on other albums
Right.
or they're just remixes. But at the same time, I like it because it has the original version of Raw by Big Daddy Kane. It got um the remix of Paid in Full, my favorite version of that song, by the way. But that one song I fucking love was Everywhere I Go Colors with Rick
Uh
James.
huh. Uh huh.
That should have been on the Wonderful album, man. That song right there was ill as fuck. But yeah, mostly a lot of known songs that was already on albums like Cool G Rap's Butcher Shop,
Right.
Salt and Peppers, what's the song? Let's see, they did. Oh, Let the Rhythm Run and shit like that. So pretty solid soundtrack.
I never heard that soundtrack.
Yeah, I only heard bits and pieces of the soundtrack. So then shout out to Ashley for this one. After
Ashley,
Seven's
where are you?
Taking My Time album, their second studio album in 1992. My opinion, this might be an unpopular opinion, but this might be my favorite album that they've ever done.
Wow.
They did this one without Babyface. They did most of the production themselves.
A group that actually did something without Babyface? Well, that's a shock.
Yeah, yeah. It's the only album without Babyface or L.A. Reid too. So
Just think if God did an album without Teddy Riley, how would that come out?
flop. Because you also got to remember, like after Seven, they were already songwriters at that time too. God mostly just
Right.
had Teddy Riley doing that shit. So,
Right. True.
singles album was known for. I think it came out with one single, if I'm not mistaken, and that was the cover of "Baby I'm For Real" / "Natural High," which y'all should know the song "I'm For Real." Oh wait, they actually had "Kicking It," "Can He Love You Like This," and "Truly Something Special." But everyone knows the cover of the originals, "Baby I'm For Real." What I liked about that is that they also did like they added a little touch of Bloodstone's "Natural High," had like a little medley and stuff like that, and it worked out pretty well.
Right.
Truly Something Special was pretty good, Kicking It. Dallas Austin was on that one and stuff like that. So yeah, man, this album to me, very dope album and shit. My favorite. Like I said, the first album was good too, but this one was like more soulful.
Right. Big Sean is
And
building a movie theater. Oh wow.
the irony,
Oh yes, the Gap Band. We were just talking about that.
yeah, I finally got this
Where
album
BJ
back
at?
again.
BJ, where you at? You see this?
Yeah, the quote unquote good Gap bands, y'all and shit.
Yes, the good albums.
Yeah, this one, either this one or four, that's my favorite and
How
shit
much was
like
that?
that. Huh?
How much was that? $7. That was. It says
Oh, it's $3.
$3. Oh wow, that's a
Yeah,
steal, man.
for real. I mean, that stuff is usually cheap from where I'm at though, so I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really too worried. Yeah, this one it had all the shit like yearning for your love.
Right.
Had fucking burn rubber.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first album that they did with No, I don't think this was the first album though, because they worked with Lonnie before on Gap Band 2, but this was the first album that they went platinum and stuff like that too. It was a final release that they did on Mercury Records, before they went to Total Experience. So very, very,
The
very good.
the Ghostface discography breakdown will be on Black Friday. So the day after Thanksgiving, that's when we're doing it.
Yep.
Whenever that is. When is
All
that?
right.
November 20 something.
Yeah, last Friday on November, I guess.
Okay. Last Friday,
Yeah.
November. That's when we're doing that.
hmm
Snoop Dogg has a show coming up.
Yeah, 50 Cent's trying to do a show on his murder case.
Why? We already know what happened.
That's
What else
that's
did
what
he
I'm
tell?
saying. All right.
He
Now it's
doing
time
too
for the
much.
rarities and shit. Got the Miracles live
Yes.
album
You
from
showed me that. Where's BJ for that? BJ, you see this? The Miracles.
yes. So glad I got
That's
this
rare.
one. This was around the time when Motown had that whole Motown review, and they were doing like live album, like live on stage albums. Like they did one for Stevie, Mary Wells, and stuff like that. I got this because like the Miracles at that time. I fuck with the Miracles and stuff like that, live performances and stuff too. So yeah, man, collector's item right here.
I'm
The
not a fan of them, so I'm not gonna pretend that I don't have any miracle stuff. I'm not a fan of your stuff like that.
You're not a fan.
No. I mean,
Uh,
I respect what they're from the 50s, right?
60s.
60s. Eh.
Yeah.
When it comes to 60s music, I fuck with the Beatles. I'm not really into 60s. Too many 60s soul. Unless it's like Motown, Marvin Gaye and Tammy. Unless it's like Motown stuff, but other than that, I'm more 70s and on up.
True,
Depends on who
true.
it is. Like I said, the Beatles, the Motown stuff, I fuck with those from the
I
60s.
mean, Miracles were Motown too.
You know,
So
Motown.
yeah,
But I know more Smokey Robinson and Marvin Gaye stuff than
yeah, but
than the
Smokey wasn't
Miracle.
the Miracle.
The I mean, like when he went solo though, not with the group.
Oh, true.
The
Okay.
Beatles are boring. I disagree. I love the Beatles. I think they made a lot of great music.
Their earlier stuff was boring.
The other stuff is boring. Like what? Like what
Everything
is?
from Rubber Soul onward. That's me.
So you start with what? Abbey Road and after or before that?
From Rubber Soul to Abbey Road. That's my
Oh,
era.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now this shit from Japan. This motherfucker was so fast with this shit. I was like, oh shit. This one right here, it's a
They
single.
usually.
But I've talked about having wanting this single for years.
Oh wow, the Prince joint.
Yeah. The
Wow.
scandalous sex
How
suite.
much you paid a grip for that, huh?
Like about $5.
Oh, $5. That's not bad.
Yeah. Only reason why I got this one was so I can get the other one and shit too. But y'all should know about the scandalous sex suite. It's the maxi single for, of course, Scandalous, classic Prince song in my opinion. Um, this one it has like the instrumental of Scandalous, but
Mm.
then it has like three songs like the Crime, the Passion, and the Rapture. And so what's interesting about this was the fact that Kim Basinger and Prince, y'all should know, they were getting it in the studio and shit like that.
I
You
was
know what
about
I'm
to ask you,
saying?
did you look into getting the draw honey?
I'm trying to look for that one. Trying to look for that.
That shit probably expensive, yo.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man. This one right here is a very, very, very dope. This to me, his finale of the '80s, in my opinion. It's not an album. It's a fucking single. The first Prince single I got too. So this was something and shit. So yeah, last album is Slime the Family Stone's Fresh.
Yes, I have that on vinyl actually.
I have it on vinyl
We
too,
should do a
but
review on that.
mhm.
Yeah.
But this is a very special edition.
Okay.
So in 1991, Japan they were reissuing this album, and one of the reissues was an alternate version of Fresh and shit like that. So, and when I reviewed the album years ago, I talked
Mm-hmm.
about how Sly was overdubbing shit, have different versions of certain songs, and he had like different versions of this album and stuff. So one of the versions accidentally got released and stuff like that too. So a few copies got released in '91, but then it I think either Slide or label threw it back. So this right here is just the 1991
So what version is that?
alternate. You said what?
So what's the vinyl version? Is that the OG or
That's the OG.
okay?
Yeah,
So
this one's the
everything else is what, like
91.
alternate? There's like
Yeah,
bonus tracks and
only
stuff or
only
no?
only the '91 reissued the alternate version.
Oh, okay.
Like just different versions, like more stripped down and
Mm,
stuff like that too. Which I got this for collective purposes because I like certain version of this track of this
right.
album. It took me years to get this version, like fucking
Wow.
years and shit. Cause we're always getting sold out and stuff like that too. So yeah, man, Sly and the Family Showing Fresh, the 1991 reissue. This album's out of print, and you can only my best bet is just get it in Discogs and shit.
Right. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Ronnie.
check out.
He was he was having sex with Kim Basinger in the studio, and allegedly they were using honey in the studio, and they actually have a jar of honey that you can buy. That they were Warner Brothers was promoting the Scandalous EP with the jar of honey, but the jar of honey is it's like hard to get. I never heard Prince jazz albums. I heard about it. Now, there's a lot of Prince albums I haven't heard from the 2000s, and I want to say most of them I heard from the 90s already. I heard all of them pretty much, except for the side projects, Madhouse and The Family. I haven't heard those albums yet. The Stone, you got the Stones over the Beatles. I haven't heard a lot of the Stones. Only Tattoo You. That's really the only. I wasn't a huge Stones fan. No, I didn't hear about Nas having a podcast. I miss info. You have the same headsets. Well, this is from a CD player, like an old CD player I have. It's just a regular Iowa headset. My Beats headphones, like, they basically wore out. So I have another pair. I have some Bose headphones. I only used those once though. Like, I haven't used those yet. And I use the CD player headphones. So you have Panasonic. Oh, mine is I believe mine is Iowa. I'm gonna say it's Iowa. Oh, my bad. It's Kobe. This is a CD player actually. It's Kobe. Y'all can see that. Yes, I still have CD players too. I still use them. Just something simple. I didn't need to spend like a lot of money on getting a new pair of headphones. What's my favorite headphones? What's my favorite headphones? Probably I would probably say Sony had some good headphones. Growing up, Kobe had some good headphones. Um, Beats is good. You know, I had a lot of headphones, but like those are like my favorite. Yeah, Sony is good. I like everything Sony. You know, they make a lot of good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I heard about the Feds watching Jay-Z.
Ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
All right. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Thursday night? I think now it's Friday morning. I think it's midnight now. Oh wait, yeah, it's still close. 2 minutes to midnight. Your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
Come on. Oh yeah, the feds are watching Jay-Z. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's that about?
He has some sensitive emails. 'Cause I think he got hacked or some shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I before I start, just want to say happy Veterans Day to all the soldiers, all the troops out there making a difference and whatnot. And the album that we are going to talk about today is AZ's recent album, Do or Die 2. Finally talking about this album. I know this album got pushed back twice, once for the Rascast review and the other, when we did
Oh, I thought you
Gap Band
meant
Break.
like the album got pushed back for 10 years. That's what I thought you was
Oh no,
talking about.
we pushed the album back
Right.
because we were supposed to talk about the album weeks
Right.
ago, but bullshit happened. But now, what better way to talk about this album than now and stuff?
Hmm.
Um, like I said, this album recently came out. It's known for songs like has video songs like I want to say that one with Dave East,
Yeah.
blow the shit.
That's that's the new single.
Yeah, the wheel with Jaheim. I want to say Never Enough was a single. It was Rick Ross. I want to say that was a single or not.
No.
Okay, never
Not that I
mind.
know. I mean, there's no video for it, but
Yeah, I know there was like 2 or 3 videos for this album
yeah.
and shit.
Just for you, that was a single.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Was just for you. I mean, we already talked about AZ in the past and stuff like that. We already talked about him.
Right.
So we can just do a rundown about his discography. So, after Do or Die 2, he was still getting popular and stuff like that, on the underground tip. He pretty much got into it with E40, like around 96, 97, because he
Mm.
said some shit on Rap City, but they squashed that beef, and then he went on to do the Firm album, which Try loves. I don't.
I think it's good. I think it's not
Um,
classic, but yeah, some bangers.
yeah, man. Then after that, in '98, he dropped Pieces of a Man and EMI. In my opinion, that's a
Hmm.
very dope album,
Yeah.
arguable classic in my opinion. Sometimes I feel like it's better than Do or Die, but some days I feel like it's not.
Right.
Um, then he was supposed to have dropped like the street album Sosa back in 2000 and stuff like that, but that eventually ended up being the Nine Lives album,
Hmm.
01,
Solid,
which that was a
underrated.
very underrated album.
Hmm.
Very, 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 very underrated album and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so he ended up leaving EMI and shit. And then back in '02, he dropped another underrated album. He signed to Motown and he dropped the Asiatic album. I find it ironic how, Nas dropped Stillmatic, he dropped Asiatic
Hmm.
and shit like that. But okay.
Dope album.
Very dope album. Definitely had that '02 flavor and shit like that. Um, that's now we should talk about very soon.
Yes, for sure.
And then, fast forward to '05, he dropped the AWOL album, where he dropped on his own Quiet Money Records, which that album was solid for the most part.
Yeah.
'06, he dropped the Format, which Format was pretty good.
Hmm.
I liked a lot of songs from that one and stuff like that. And then in 2008, he dropped Undeniable, which at the time he was saying that was supposed to have been his last studio album and shit like that. But then he ended up working on Do or Die 2 for another. No, he said Legendary was supposed to be his last album. Then he ended up working on Do or Die 2 for like years and shit like that too. So, because originally that album was supposed to have came out maybe as like 2012, 2013, but then I think got pushed back because he was trying to make this shit right. And plus, everybody was dropping sequel albums at that time, and it was whack as fuck. Let's just be
Right.
real. So yeah, this is the album cover. If y'all can see it, that's the album cover right there. It looks like a fucking mural and shit. I don't know. I personally I don't like the album cover.
I like it. I think with the money in the background and it's burning up on the. I think it's a dope album cover.
Mm. I just feel like they just threw a lot of this shit together. and shit like that. But mm, it is what it is. All right. Producers include Piso, Bink, KG, Baby Paul, A1 Beats, Alchemist, Pete Rock, Buck Wild, Oof,
Yes.
Walk Wilder, Heat Makers, and Cesar Face. Guest appearances include Idris Elba, um, Jaheim, fucking Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Conway the Machine, Dave East, Pete Rock. He's also a featured
Yeah.
guest too.
You got some heavy hitters on this album.
Yeah, and T Pain.
Mm. Except for him.
You said what?
Except for him.
All right. Okay, so 13 tracks, not too long for an album. Let's get this shit started. Track number one, Conversation with God featuring Idris Elba. Pretty dope intro. It kind of gives me American Gangster vibes, because I think Idris Elba did some shit on that album too and stuff like that. Just had that, that's just pretty much like getting ready for the do or die. It just has that movie kind of narrated kind of theme and shit.
Idris Elba, man, one of the best actors, out right now. I just saw The Harder They Fall, great Western, him and Regina King, and I followed a lot. I followed his career from when he played Stringer Bell on The Wire. That was a classic HBO series. I never missed it, and a lot. I've always seen like a lot of his films, whether they were big films or underrated films. The Dark Tower. I liked it, and a lot of people didn't like that film. And when I saw him play on Luther, the little mini series on Netflix, and to have Idris Elba on your album, like you're doing a sequel to your first album, a classic album, like that's a big thing. I don't think Idris Elba is gonna, you're not gonna find him on a lot of other people's albums, and to start off the album with the intro, I think that was a good look for him. That was epic, and he's just talking about we started off as kings and queens, and we're gonna end as kings and we will end as kings and queens, and I thought it was nice. Nice little beat in the background. You got like a girl singing. Nice little intro for the album.
Yeah, this is probably a very good. This is it Loki kind of reminds me of Busta Rhymes ELE 2 too,
Right.
just how cinematic it was and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna have Just for You featuring Bink. Very nice track. Bink, a producer that uses soul samples
Right.
minus Kanye, but that's all I
Right.
gotta say right there. Very dope produced, nice beat he did. Complimented, AZ Steez, his flow on that very well and shit like that. So I fuck with the song.
Dope ass track. One of my favorites on here. I love the video with him rocking the Nike joints, and you got the summer colors on the polo and shit, and you got his jewels on, the shorts. It has like that summertime feel, and it's really a smooth track. Nice beat, you got the little background singing, AZ saying, move better on silence, less carbs keep the God balance. A million large can't involve violence. A million bars, this is star talent. I just love his flow on that, and this is vintage AZ. Like this is what we we've come to love from him. Just like rhyming over smooth ass beats like this, and kicking bars, and definitely a dope joint. Definitely, I love this joint.
Yeah, it's dope, showing true. Track number three, The Wheel featuring Jaheim. Must have, a must listen and stuff like that. Um, Jaheim definitely is a dope singer and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guest I wasn't expecting on this album though, but
Right.
yeah, man. What I got from The Wheel is pretty much just talking about how what we go through in life, how it just all comes back around and stuff like that too. So this one's a very hot joint. I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely another banger. KG. It has that Naughty by Nature feel. It's real grimy, but it's still smooth enough for AZ to flow on. And you have Jaheim has always been underrated R&B singer to me, and I loved a lot of his music when he was out, and he's on the chorus. You got AZ saying "Can't stop it," rocking chains and flying objects, frames over the optics. I refrain the gossip, gotta get it. It's vivid, defying physics from minor critics. My kind is exquisite. The flow is flawless, man. Like this is why this dude has been always underrated in my opinion. Like he reminds me of Cool G Rap in so many ways lyrically. Like he just has that effortless flow and it's flawless and he can rock over any beat. And I didn't understand the whole title of the song when he first came out. I'm like, the wheel, what's that about? But I understand like what Ja Rule is singing. I mean, not Ja Rule, what Jaheim is singing in the song, and you know we're all just folks in a big old wheel that, and I definitely like this joint. Like this was a good first single. I definitely didn't expect Jaheim to be on this album, but this was a good like pairing with AZ and Jaheim.
Yeah, very good chemistry between those two. Next track we have. By the way, there's not really a bad song on this album, just to let y'all know. So,
Right.
track number four, "Rep the Real," featuring produced by Baby Paul. One of my all-time favorites on this album. Just him talking about how he needs to be one needs to be real with themselves and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Clever usage of that Bobby Caldwell sample. First of all, I never heard that sample used in quite a bit of in a few years and shit. Because there was at a point when everybody was using that sample
Right.
and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie, I'm not gonna go that far, but that's I respect your opinion.
No, but
And,
I've
and,
heard that. Yo, there was this was back when 106 Park was on. There was one episode where Jaheim was on there and he was promoting. It was one of his albums, and I think this is back when Free and AJ was on there, and I heard Free say that she considered him like the thugged out version of Teddy Pendergrass.
oh God, see,
Yes,
Luther is
she
one
so
thing, but
no, I don't think he's Luther. I Teddy, I don't know, maybe because of like his voice is like kind of raspy, so I don't know.
okay, then Anthony Hamilton is the Al Green of our generation. Then
Come on now, you don't have a classic like Al Green. What are you talking about?
Jaheim don't have no classics.
Well,
I mean,
again, I always thought he was underrated. I mean, I definitely think his first two or three were good albums. You know,
I'm just not really. I mean, I like
you're
he's
not
a
a
good
fan,
singer.
John
I'm just
fan.
not the big. I mean, I like some of his songs, but I've never really. He's not really been a listen to a go to when I just
Right,
want to vibe out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Especially from the 2000s when you had cats like Anthony Hamilton and shit like that, and then Dwale and shit like that.
right.
Bilal, I was into those
And
cats
they
and
they
shit
all were underrated. Bilal heavily slept on. Dwale heavily slept on. You
because
know.
everybody was on Jagged Edge's dick and
Oh boy, here
B2K's
you
dick
go.
and shit.
I don't like B2K, so no.
Like that was the considered R&B at that time.
Yeah,
B2K.
and Jagged Edge, but Jagged Edge was to me was great. They had
Give me
hits.
Destiny's Child over Jagged Edge. I'm good.
Destiny's Child was good too. Again,
Hmm.
I'm not a big Beyonce fan, but they had hits. You know. So yeah, that's where the promotional went to with the Destiny's Child and Jagged Edge and artists like Jaheim and Bilal got slept on. You know. Yeah, but yeah, I thought this joint was cool. I don't like the dude that's singing on it. I could have did without him. I think the beat was fire though. Definitely enjoyed the beat. You got AZ saying civilized from an 85. I made it lava. Legitimized the legal ties that made me dollars. Mercedes driver. Mama bear, she raised the rider. So save the saga. Gully niggas do what they gotta. Fire lines, but the guy singing on the chorus wasn't needed to me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying on that one. But yeah, man. So we are at Never Enough. This one features Rick Ross and shit like that. Again, Rick Ross on a guest appearance is always a blessing because he always comes correct and shit like that. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? I
Yep.
love the line when AZ says, "All the stunners and the gunners that sit in the rear scoping your moves is beyond a hater hoping you lose. There's nothing worse than an ignorant, emotional dude, women too, trying to tell you young and finish your school. Knowledge is wealth, especially when it's knowledge of self." Oof, fire ass lines right there.
Yep.
The beat definitely was very dope. Complimented both AZ and Ross well and shit, so I fucked with it.
Dope ass beat, really smooth. Had that real jazzy feel, like that 3 a.m. in Miami on South Beach. You
Yes,
know
sir.
that's the Rick Ross shit. This is more like Rick Ross lane right here. You know, and the saxophones, the bass line, the girl singing. It was. I definitely fuck with this. One of my favorite tracks on the album. Rick Ross in his verse, he meant. I know Q was gonna hate this. He mentioned Tupac twice on this shit in his verse. I
Mm.
didn't understand why he mentioned Pac twice on that. You know, I love. I think Ross killed it. Ross said, "Lorenzi's spinning. Now them Benzes keep bending the block. The bitches waving on me, engaging them and spending a lot. Niggas dissing, coming up missing. Better listen to Pac. Fuck 'em all. Crank up the car as we peeling the tops. Fire joint. I just don't understand why he mentioned Pac twice in his verse though. But it was great.
Yeah, I feel you. Dope, dope verse. I'm gonna let you go to different. 'Cause I gotta check on this food right quick.
Different. That was produced by Buckwild. Is that the Buckwild joint? I
He,
think that's the Buckwild joint.
no, that was A1 Beats.
A1. That
Yeah.
was dope. It had like a 80s retro feel to it. I like the little R&B sample. I don't know who he sampled. It's something, maybe it sounded like Stephanie Mills or something. Um, Az said, I'm elsewhere. My chick pussy pretty shaped like a pear. A derriere make a queer nigga sit there and stare. This is the year since the ball drop. I'm balling on top and came to Kobe, death, COVID, and cops. Fire lines from Az, a banger. Not one of my favorites on the album. It was okay for an album cut, but the beat was dope. You know, it was vintage Az on that. You know, Vesta Williams. Okay, that's who it was. I thought it was like Stephanie Mills or like Melissa Morgan or something. Yeah, that was a dope sample they used. Definitely like that one. What's your favorite tracks from Do or Die 2? I got like 5 favorites right now. Jagged Edge. I like Jagged Edge, man. Jagged Edge was like the last good R&B group to me. Power was good. Ritual. That's my joint too. We about to talk about that next.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
All right. Different again. That was another dope joint and stuff like that. I love this flow on that one.
Hmm.
Pretty solid.
Right.
All right. We got the ritual right now, right?
Yes.
Ooh, probably my favorite joint off this album.
Mm.
Probably
This definitely is my favorite.
featuring Lil Wayne and Conway the Machine.
Mm.
You know, a collaboration that sounds weird on paper, but it actually came out correct.
He needs a video for this.
I, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I love that. I feel like who had the best verse, man? Shit.
Wheezy
I
to
have
me
to
had
go
the
with
best
Conway.
verse. Wheezy had the
So
best
what?
verse. Wheezy. Definitely.
Okay.
But Conway, all three of them did their thing. Conway versus dope, but Wheezy? Nah, man. Wheezy's still in his bag, yo. Like, he still got it. He
Yeah,
still got it.
Reezy's verse was good too. I'm not gonna lie, not gonna lie and shit like that. But I just felt like Alchemist and Conway, man, that's just a match made in heaven, in my opinion.
Oh,
So,
yeah, for sure. Alchemist did a lot of good stuff with Griselda already.
hmm like when he said bum ass niggas going broke in the projects, trying to figure out how they're gonna eat, see how they're gonna speak on me. They know I'm constantly bodying beats. I love that. I love that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Definitely a very fire. Like Weezy and AZ did their thing and stuff like that too. So
Yeah, this was dope. This is I love the Alchemist, man. Great beat, real dark, real grimy. Conway had a dope ass verse like you mentioned. Weezy to me killed it. He said, call me back tomorrow, baby. I'm busy. The work continues. I eat rappers alive, and that's for the dessert menu. After the church send you the casket and dirt hit you. Then Nina gonna hit your head. I'll give you your head right after she flirt with you. Young money, let the moolah burn. Drip like Lubriderm. I was bumping AZ in the firm and you was a worm. Come on, man. Like Wheezy, man. Yo, this is the Wheezy I fuck with. I like Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to get off the fucking lean, but when he's focused like this, he could definitely drop a classic. Definitely a clip. We need a video for this, Az.
yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying on that, man. Like, yeah, man, Weezy gets off that lean though. Cause I'm not. I actually like the Carter Five. I really like
Carter
Carter
Five was
Five.
dope. It had some bangers. I don't think it's a classic. It was way too many songs on there. Carter Four was had some bangers, but the first three are like the best to me. But
Yeah,
like he still got it. Like if he was like focused more and wasn't like bullshitting, he could still be dropping classics right now.
yeah. Shout out to Mark Nash. He's doing a
Yeah,
reaction to Kanye's Drink Champs. I still have yet to see that Drink Champs
right.
interview and shit.
I didn't even watch it. And he has a part two coming. He said.
Well, Mark Nash, he did a part two of the reaction. So,
Mm,
like I said,
I
I'm
didn't.
I'm just gonna watch because we know Mark's that dude and shit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Shout out to
because I don't
Mark.
like I like Drink Champs, but it depends like who's on
I
Drink
I
Champs and
can't.
shit.
Nori just interrupt them too much, and his shit go for
Exact.
way too long.
That's another reason why I can't watch
You
him too.
know,
He's not a good interviewer. He's not.
he's not. He just it could go on for way too long. I'm like,
He
nah, three
smiles too
hours of
much.
this. Nah,
Cause
I'm good.
he gets joy. I hate when the interviewers smile too much. Like nigga.
See, I can do Wu Tang for 3 hours because he had Wu Tang on there for 3 hours. I could watch that. That's Wu Tang, but Kanye, I don't want to hear Kanye talk shit about people for 2 3 hours. I'm good.
Heck, I didn't even finish the Molly Mall Drink Champs because the nigga kept interrupting and shit. I'm like, shut
Yeah,
the fuck up.
exactly.
God damn.
The Fat Joe one, I didn't finish that. I watched like
Oh,
some of it.
both of them niggas was going, but
Yeah,
that's a 6 hour interview. Fuck that.
yeah,
Both
yep.
them niggas talk too much and shit. Shit. Um, where we at? We at After Ritual. We at Bulletproof. Oh wait, no. It was Blow That Shit
Yeah,
featuring Dave East. Very, very, very dope shit right here. I'm not gonna lie, Dave East is a dope rapper. I like the
he is.
Karma album. That was
He's
one
dope.
I thought we were gonna talk about months ago and shit, but
Which one was that?
Karma.
Karma?
Yeah, the recent Dave East because everyone kept talking about that, and I actually liked it.
I didn't hear. Did I hear Karma? I can't remember her Karma. I heard Hoffa was with him and Harry Fraud and Survival. I think that was not last year, maybe year before last. I came out Survival. I heard most of his albums, but not everything.
Yeah, but
Karma. I
I'm
don't
not
know
the
if I heard the
biggest
Karma album.
fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, so I can't really tell you if I'm an expert or not and shit. So
Right,
there's all the motherfuckers that be like, "Oh, I'm a fan," but you ain't even heard the album and shit. But okay,
right, right. He's dope. He's definitely a dope lyricist.
yeah, I'll give you that. But yeah,
You know.
this one he did with AZ, blow that shit. I'm so glad they did the video for this one too.
Yeah, this was dope. Definitely nice beat, nice bass line. I like Davies' verse. He said, learn my wisdom from the wise. I paid homage. Respect to those before me. To be honest, this era been kind of boring. And that's a new artist from this era saying that the music been kind of boring. And he said, if we never spoke again, we sold grams to live better. Bad transmission in that Jetta. Our plug was from Venezuela, raised by felons that wanted you dead if you thought about telling. Morally, it's incorrect. Mentally twisted. That's why we sell it. Fire lines from Dave AVs. Definitely a dope ass lyricist. I fuck with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a very dope lyricist and shit. Like I said, I really might have to re-listen to that Karma album and stuff like that because
Mm. When did Karma come out?
it came out this year, like
This year?
in the spring of this year, if
I
I'm
don't
not
remember.
mistaken.
I might have heard it. I don't remember. I don't remember it. I know Hoffa
Well,
came out with Happy Fraud, and that was a good album.
because like the whole internet was making a big deal out of that album and stuff like that. So what it's like when certain motherfuckers make a big deal out of certain shit, it just turns me away from it even more.
Right.
Like that's why I haven't watched Squid Games yet.
I didn't haven't
That's
watched
why
Squid Games either.
I was even just telling before you got here, I was
Mm,
legitimately going to watch Harder They Fall last night,
mm.
but then I saw the Paston movie with Tessa
Right.
Thompson.
Right.
That was a good movie. I'm not
I've
gonna
seen a
lie.
lot of people post that up. What is it? A horror? What the hell is it?
Nah,
Isn't that
it's
a
like
horror?
a noir, like Noir. If I don't know if I'm
Right.
saying that right. One of them
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of
You said it
movies,
right.
but
Yes.
okay. All right, so it's like them. It's like Tessa Thompson. She's friends with this white lady. It takes place in 1920s New York,
Mm.
and they're both learning from each other as black and white. But at the same time, it's not one of those Driving Miss Daisy kind of movies and shit because you have to watch the movie a couple times to get the message. It's like
Right.
one of those kind of movies which I like.
I feel you.
And Tessa Thompson is a dope
Yeah.
actress too.
Yeah. She's a good actress. You know,
Very
she
good
was good
actress.
in Creed in the Creed movies, and
Yes.
I think she was in Thor. If I'm not
Sorry
mistaken.
to bother you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And she's pretty too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So mm,
But The Harder They Fall is a good western, and I'm not a fan of a lot of westerns. I've seen some, but I think that was a. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I definitely think Regina King was the star of that film.
of course.
But was I mean, don't say of course. I mean, it was only two females in that film. It was her and Zazie Beats from
Of
Atlanta,
course.
from ATL. But Regina King was a badass in that film. Like she was not bullshitting. You
Regina
know.
King is she's an American gem at this point. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
she
saying?
was a Brenda was a badass in that film, you know, and
Brenda was.
I I thought it was good. I thought it was a good western, you know, and it's a
Mhm.
black western. We don't see enough black westerns for our people, so I like that. And that's the only western I've seen where they play Jamaican music in it.
And that's another reason why maybe I was kind of I like westerns, certain
Mm,
westerns and stuff like that, but
right.
it's just the fact that Jay-Z did a western. I'm just like,
Yeah.
hmm.
Well, I don't know how much. I mean, I'm guessing it was the music. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't directing the film. How much of an influence he had on the film?
He was producing it from
He
what I
produced the
heard.
film.
That's what I
I
heard.
didn't
Yeah,
know. Well, I mean, that's the only Western I've ever heard reggae music being played. So, props
this
to Jay Z
this
for that.
reggae music in a western.
Yes, reggae music, and it's reggae music that we know. Like he played "Land of the Promise" from Nas and Damian Marley from the Distant Relatives album. We discussed that album months ago. That's
Did he
in the
play
movie.
reggae from the '70s and the '80s?
He played a lot of familiar joints. He played even the new chick. That's the new chick in reggae. I forgot her name. Coffee or something like that. For
I don't
Kofi,
listen to
something like
reggae
that her
like that.
name is. Yeah, like he played like reggae music in the western. I've never heard that. So, but I thought it was good. Like the cinematography was good, the acting was good, the cast is all black cast. Lakeith Stanfield, he was good in the film.
Ooh, he's
Um, uh,
very good actor. Okay.
yeah, Delroy Lindo, he was good in the film. Idris Elba. I had issues with Idris' character, but he was good in the film. Like I said, Regina King to me was the star of the film. But it's a good western.
Ain't Delroy that bald headed nigga with
Yeah.
the mustache? Okay, I
Yes, he
know.
was. He
He's
was in
good.
Clockers. He was in
Yeah, yep.
the Spike Lee film
Um,
from last year.
this Christmas.
I didn't see this Christmas. Is that the one with Chris
Uh,
Brown? That's the one with Chris
yeah,
Brown. I
yeah.
saw part of it. I didn't see the whole thing. But yeah, Del Rolando been doing it forever. Gone in 30 seconds. He was in that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so tonight I'm gonna watch it tonight. Fuck
right.
it, I'm gonna watch it.
We should discuss it.
Oh yeah, we should definitely.
You know what I mean?
Because like I said, everyone's saying L is good, so
Yeah,
me, I have to give my elaborate
yeah.
opinion.
I thought it was good.
But yeah, I'll definitely check it out tonight after this review.
Yeah.
All right. Track number 9 is Bulletproof. Um, again, produced by Bink. Not really that much to say. I like the song, pretty solid and shit like that. Not really that
Right.
much to say.
It was dope. Nice beat. Really smooth track. AZ saying, "Is it really you or you Rihanna's sister? Smooth as almond liquor, flying her Gabbana slippers. Persona differs, but the blanks filled. Now same soak. You survive or you ain't built." Again, that's like vintage AZ flow. It was okay. Nothing spectacular.
Definitely. Track number 9, Get Money. Um, Dave East returns again. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, Get Money's the next one for yours, right?
Just check me out. The Pete Rock joint.
Okay, I'm gonna take that out then, because I got the wrong track list. Fuck that. Okay,
You got the wrong track
check
list?
me out.
Oh shit.
Because they added, I think it was like one of the earlier track listings, but for the most part, it's still the same, and they added
It's
certain tracks.
like 13
But
tracks.
yeah, so check me out. That's the next one with Pete Rock. Man, Pete Rock just never ceases to amaze me. I'm telling you. Yeah, I remember Delroy and Romeo Almost Died, Ronnie. Thank you.
Yeah, using that too.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Pete Rock definitely did his thing with this beat. AZ and Pete. This was like a rather unique, but the 2021 twist, if that makes sense.
I love the. I like the track. I don't like the Pete Rock beat. I thought it could have been better.
Oh wow.
Um, I just, I don't know. Like to me, it's like when you get these people that you worked with before, many years later, and then they come on the album, and I expected more from Pete Rock. Like Rather Unique was a classic track, and Gimme Yours. I don't think this was like what people was waiting for. I mean, at least for me, like I just feel like the beat could have been so much better. You know what I'm saying?
I can see what you're saying
And
with that.
like like now, especially for this era, like I feel like artists that when they do like an album or something and they use a legendary producer like Primo or Pete Rock, are they doing that because of the name, or are they expecting to get like a classic beat from one of these producers? You know what I mean? Because I've seen Primo do this too. Like there was a joint that he did on there was a Griselda project, and I did not like the beat for that. And Primo is a legend, but sometimes I question is like as a new artist in this era, like are you expecting to get a classic track from one of these producers that we hold in high regard, or you know what I'm saying? Or you just don't care, like you just want to have a beat from Pete Rock and or Primo. I don't feel like this Pete Rock beat was what it should have been. You know what I'm
It
saying?
sounds like
Like
you're
like
saying,
I've seen, okay, like last year when Flea Lord was doing 12 albums, one album a month. He had a whole album done by Pete Rock. I didn't like a lot of those beats on that album because I know the '90s Pete Rock and even the 2000s Pete Rock would have made that album a classic. When I heard that album with him and Flea Lord, I'm like, these are like not even there's no standout tracks to me on that album. And I felt like that with the album we did with Sky Zoo, the Retropolitan. I didn't like none of those songs on there.
oh, okay.
I just thought it was like regular album filler. It was like nothing that stood out to me. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe because
I disagree. That's Gazi was high.
I think I
I hear
think
you.
is I think maybe it's just me because I'm expecting so much more from producers like Pete Rock and Primo, and I feel like now it's like you're still relevant, but are they relevant because they're just working with the new artists, or they actually still dropping classic shit? Because I don't feel like they are. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time since I could say that, yo. Like I've heard of, like I think the last Pete Rock project that I actually thought was a great album was the album he did with Smoke Dizza, the Don't Smoke Rock. I think that was a solid album with him and Smoke Dizza.
I
But there's a
can't
lot
find
of
that.
other shit. There's other shit that he's done, and I'm like, I don't hear. I'm not hearing the classics. I'm not hearing shit that's gonna make me, go back and rewind it. It's like running the mill shit. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that with Primo when he was doing, like shit for other people. I'm like, I'm not hearing the classic material anymore. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when
Yeah.
for AZ, like he took like 10 years to come up with this album, and you got somebody that was on your first album with Pete Rock. I was expecting something right on that level of "Give Me Yours" or rather unique. I don't think this track speaks that at all. I just thought it was like a dope feature with Pete Rock, but I don't think it's like a classic Pete Rock track. You know what I'm saying? But
Well,
AZ killed it. I like the wordplay. He said, "This is grown man elegance mixed with ghetto allure. Fresh pair constructs with Louis store couture. No fucks was a jewelry port to the core. Rose up from the Uzi, all in the hall. Classic. That's vintage AZ. I don't think the beat is legendary from Pete Rock.
like I said, I'm not gonna argue with you because there's certain beats from Primo that a lot of motherfuckers would crave upon. Like the beat
Mm.
for he did with Griselda, the headlines joint. It was a good beat,
It wasn't
very
all
good,
that
but
though.
it wasn't all that. Yeah,
Right.
I hear what you're
It
saying.
wasn't. It wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm a new artist, right? And I have like a dream list of people I want to collab with. And if I want to have Pete Rock and Primo and Eric Sermon and Alchemist on handling the production, I want that classic shit that you give into everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I want that classic Pete Rock that you gave to Nas and you gave to AZ and you gave to everybody else in the game, Das Effects and House of Pain, everybody else. Same thing for Primo when you was doing J. Rule's first two albums and the Group Home and Bahamadia, MOP albums. I want that classic Primo. You know what I'm saying? I don't just want to have them on my album just to say, oh, well, I did a track with Pete Rock and I got Primo in this one, that one, just for the sake of having them on the album. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not gonna give me that classic shit, then I don't want you on there. I'm gonna just move, going to the next producer. So that I feel like a lot of the shit that they do in this era, that's what it's become now. It's become they're just doing shit with these legendary producers, but they're not actually classic albums to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for AZ last album, this is supposed to be his last album. For AZ's last album, it was an okay track, but it's not no legendary shit like "Give Me Yours" and "Rather Unique." You know?
Okay, man.
Nah, that was a full album. The Don't Smoke Rock was a full album. That wasn't a mixtape.
Okay. Um, the thing. The next track is "What's Good" featuring T Pain. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds
No,
like a
it's
track that was.
time to answer.
You said what?
Time to answer.
Oh, stupid ass track listening. What's Good? That was the last track.
That's the yeah. That's the bonus track.
Damn, I'm so sorry. Okay. Time to Answer. That was the one by the Heat Makers.
Yeah.
Very solid joint, in my opinion, and stuff like that. Um, I think what I got from this track was just he wants people to respect his legacy in a way and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with lines like got props, my resume is epic. Pardon self, I be sparring for wreck. Steady mobbing, keep a foreign on deck. No messing mobbing, I ain't starting for sex. I'm different out of sight, but I'm arms distant. Garments vintage, known rivals now non-existent. No shit like that. Just he was on that fly kind of shit, but just saying like how he's gonna do his own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Right.
not gonna confine to commercial. He's not gonna sort of confine. He's his own dude. He's been since y'all heard him on Life's a Bitch.
And I like the how he started the song when he was like talking about how people always come up to him and they've been asking him like when's the album dropping, and he felt like his day ones had turned on him and shit. But even when they turned on him, like he stood tall. I like the fact that he said that, and I thought it was a dope beat, nice sped up sample by the Heat Makers. I always loved the Heat Makers production, and again it was dope. Az, he said pop pimp shit, praises a part of my ways, hardly age, no grace. Plus my barber can blaze the flyers since the '90s had nigga riders. Revenge is priceless. You seeking your highness, I'm in his likeness. classic. I love AZ's flow, man. I can quote AZ bars all day. Like his flow is just like flawless to me, man. This was a good track.
I definitely hear your point. Um, now we are at time to no. Found my niche. That's next track.
Yeah, that
Um,
came out first. That was like a teaser from like years ago.
yeah, I remember that track now. This is our face. That came out like 2013, right?
Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
have a video for it.
yeah, definitely. This one was pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Some of
Mm,
the earlier Do or Die 2 tracks I was not really
feeling
invested into at the moment because it was just
right.
like, eh. I mean, I
He
didn't
was
think it
just
was bad, but you said what?
he. I think he was just putting out like teaser joints just to like throw something out there so the crowd could feel them. Like, is this good? Is this not good? If it's not good, I'm not gonna add it to the album. I think that's what he was doing.
Yeah, but it was good. It was solid.
I think it was a dope joint. I like the video for it. It's like one of them street joints. A little teaser. AZ saying Mark next Adidas sweats, lead dungarees, BVD under tees. Should I hung with G's? Everybody repping they P's. Speak slang till the gods start connecting degrees. Seeking change. Some puff and read, no ease. Some sneaking cane, and that crack hit the map. It's a rap. The Reaper King. I love his flow. Like his flow, even on like the album cuts, is still like dope. You know what I'm saying? Like this was a nice little street joint.
Definitely. And now the last track on the album, What's Good, featuring T Pain. Now I've heard a lot of people say they like this track. I've heard a lot of people say that they didn't like this track. Um, I can already tell you this. I can tell this was a joint that they did way, probably like the early
Yeah.
20 teens and shit like that because
Hmm.
this is probably like when T Pain was really on top of it. He was everywhere at one point and shit like that. So yeah, man. This one was okay. I felt like it shouldn't have been the last track. I felt like the last two tracks, sequencing wise, it should have been like maybe in the middle of the album or something. I would have probably ended it probably bulletproof, maybe even below that shit. I don't know, but
Or
decent.
not put it on the album at all. That would have been better.
Well,
I mean, I
now you know how I felt when we did the MC Shan Play It Again album. So, 'cause there were certain tracks that I like that you like. There's certain tracks that you like that I ain't
that
care for.
album was not good. I mean, there's some songs that was okay, but it wasn't a great album. But I
Shit, man.
want to. I know Az got a ton of unreleased joints on this album.
I agree.
He needs a re-release. He needs like a deluxe edition because like 13 joints is not enough for me. And I think it should have been longer. Like you was working on this album for 10 years. Like I think he has to like how Buster was working on ELE 2 and he gave us like 20 something tracks. That's a real album. Cause I know Buster was working on that shit for a very long time. Same as Az, and all we got was 13 tracks on this. I'm like, there got to be more tracks. He got to come out with like a deluxe edition.
Well, I was expecting at least 18 tracks at
Yeah,
least.
18, 19, or and a couple bonuses. He got to give us more than this. This can't be like the last shit that you give us is 13 tracks and it's like your sequel to your first album.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
there's people missing. And I'm gonna talk about that. I feel like there's other features that should have been on here.
All right. Now, before I say my thoughts, I'm just gonna turn off the stove right before
Yeah.
that.
Can I say my thoughts now?
You said what?
I'm saying my thoughts now.
Go ahead. That's cool.
I feel like it should have been longer. I would have liked 18 or 19 tracks, a couple bonuses like hidden tracks or whatever. Um, Maybe even like a short documentary for the album, like the making of it would have been nice. I think the features we're missing some people on here. Where was Nas? The Firm. Would have loved to have the Firm on your last album. Raekwon, Fat Joe, Dr. Dre. He's worked with Dre on the Firm album. Where was Dre? Primo. Primo's didn't done stuff for him in the past. I would have loved to have a Primo track on here. Cool G Rap. Even Havoc from Mob Deep. Or somebody from Queensbridge. And Nori. CNN. So, Cormega. Um I think those features were missing. Uh, the album is dope. It's dope. I love the production. The songs are dope. The features were great. Just hearing them collaborate, like Dave East and Rick Ross and you know Wheezy and Conway. Love those features. The Rituals, one of my favorites. Probably my favorite. Just for You, The Wheel, Never Enough. Even the Pete Rock joint. Even though I felt like Pete Rock could have given him a better beat. It was nice to hear Pete Rock work with him again. I wish Nas could work with Pete Rock again. But I'm gonna give it 4 mics. I don't think it's a classic. I think it's a solid album. It's one of my favorite albums this year, and I don't feel like a lot of albums were great this year. But it's definitely in my top three for this year. And yeah, it's a good album. I feel like we need a deluxe edition for this. Like
Yeah.
I feel like this was just the teaser. Like I want the real album. You know what I'm saying? Like give us the 18, 19 track album. Throw in the DVD with the documentary of the album, the making of it, and all that, and discussing your legacy in the game. That's what I wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? You give us like 13 tracks, it's supposed to be your last album, and that's it. Like I don't believe we're gonna see the last of him. I think he'll be making more music, but it's not a bad album. I definitely think it's a solid album.
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, I feel like this album's a good album. Do I feel like it's a worthy sequel to Do or Die 2? I mean, Do or Die 1? Mm, I feel like it's passable because it's better than most sequels I've heard. I felt like the last two tracks, you can tell that they just threw in like teaser songs just
Right.
for like the listener's familiarity and stuff like that too. But AZ himself, he remained lyrically sharp. He was definitely on top of his game. He's definitely still on top of his game. Production for the most part still complimented him well and stuff like that too. So I definitely would give this probably like a 4 mic.
So sometimes, yes, sometimes sequels don't work, but sometimes they do. Raekwon had a great sequel album. You know, um, so a lot of people love King's Disease too. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to think of the other sequel album that was good that I enjoyed. It's
This sequel
Raekwon.
album,
Yes.
well, we already said ELE 2.
ELE 2, right? ELE 2 was good. And Busta had a lot of that could have been a double album. He had like 20 something tracks on there. And he released
Yeah,
released a deluxe edition as well. And I thought that was a good album.
yeah, man. I can't think of a lot of sequel albums in hip
Yeah.
hop that.
Good sequel albums. There's sequel albums, but there's a lot of bad ones. The Bone Thugs have part three to All the War. A lot of people forgot about that. That shit is not no good.
There was a part three.
Yes, there's a part three. It's called World War III.
I never heard that.
Yeah, I heard it. It's not good.
Shit. Oh, 2001, Corona 2001.
Yes, classic. Yeah, there's sequels. It's just some of them ain't good though. We still waiting for Muddy Waters 2, which I don't think Red should even drop at this point.
I have a feeling he'll drop it next year.
And it's not gonna be what we think it's gonna be. You know.
Oh, to Cal 2. Would you call it to Cal 2000 a sequel?
Yes, that's a sequel.
Okay.
Yeah. And to Cal
That's
3,
just
I
as
didn't like
good
that.
in my.
The third one was no good. The
Yeah,
second one was good.
hell no. Blueprint 3, hell no.
No, Blueprint 2 and 3 was trash to me. Don't like them.
I just consider Blueprint 1 standalone. I don't consider those part of the
Yes.
Blueprint film.
Volume 1, 2, and 3 is his best trilogy.
Hell,
You know.
I would claim the MTV Unplugged over those two.
Same with Wheezy. That's a live album.
This what?
You claiming the live album over the over the trilogy?
I mean, so I mean, it was still in the Blueprint era, so and it
No,
did
that
have a
that's
new
just called
song.
Unplugged.
Technically, it did have a new song too. So
Yeah, but no, that's just called Unplugged. That's not part of the trilogy. That's just the Unplugged album, his live album.
that's an appetizer to me.
Oh man. You know, Weezy, the Carter trilogy. That to me is his best trilogy. His best shit.
Okay, okay.
You know, Ghostface. I don't even know is Clientele two gonna be as epic as part one?
Oh yeah, because
Who
Kanye
knows?
is gonna
Right.
see now. I'm worried now.
Who
Now
knows?
I'm worried.
Hey, if he give Ghostface that Donda production, that ain't gonna fly with me. You know what I'm saying? It can't be Donda production. It got to be College Dropout Kanye, not Donda Kanye on that.
And the RZA's having no input on it or what?
I don't know.
Oh
I don't know who's gonna be on there and shit.
shit. If I hear some Playboy Cardi shit, I'm going, man. I'm literally gonna
Doc,
go to Wyoming and kick Kanye's ass. Shit.
documentary two, yeah, documentary two was dope.
Oh, 2 and 2.5.
Right.
That's better than the first one in my opinion.
I said in my Lifetime trilogy. That to me is his best trilogy. I like that more than the Blueprint trilogy.
Mm, yeah, I would call those sequels. Actually.
Yeah. The Carter series. I said that already.
Like King's Disease 2.
I said that already. I
Oh yeah,
said
yeah,
everything
yeah.
already.
But you said you didn't like King's Disease 2.
No, I don't like both of them, but you know, the people okay, people like them. That's cool.
Would you call ODB's Return to the 36 Chambers a sequel to 36 Chambers? I've heard a lot of people
Yeah, I
say
don't know
that
why
now.
he named it that. Why did he name it that?
Because he
When did
used
they
some
ever
of the beats
leave?
that he used some of the beats for 36 Chambers. RZA used some of the beats for the
Oh, I
ODB
didn't know that.
album. From what
Oh, I
I
didn't know
heard.
that. I didn't know that. Wow. That's why you called it that. I'm like, return means like you left and you came back. Like I'm like, when did they ever leave the 36 Chambers?
Cause some of them beats, I'm not gonna lie, it does kind of have a 36 Chambers feel to
Yeah,
it, like
yeah, definitely the stomp.
Hipper to the
Definitely,
Hopper.
yes, that
Um,
could have been on 36 Chambers.
yeah,
You know,
man, definitely.
shit.
I
If they had
love.
put if they had put shimmy shimmy on 36, that's all ODB on there. I can't picture all the Wu Tang member on that track.
I personally feel like that track specifically was for that album. If I,
Yeah,
because that the way how that was mixed compared to some of the other tracks, it was a more polished. Like
right.
that could have easily been on Liquid Swords too,
Mm-hmm.
if it wanted to be.
Um, uh, Brooklyn Zoo, that could have been on 36 Chambers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I didn't know he used some of the unreleased drinks, the
and
unused
don't
drinks.
forget one of my favorites, Sweet Sugar
Right.
Pie.
Rawhide wasn't that on the Tales from the Hood soundtrack? Oh no,
Nah, I don't think
I
so.
wasn't on there. Okay. Yeah,
He
Rawhide
had
was
a
dope, man. That was dope.
um. But I'm
Ever
not gonna
since,
lie,
mm,
I didn't care for Protect Your Neck to the Zoo. I didn't care for that one.
I mean, it was
Like,
cool. Yeah, yeah, they did a sequel for their first song ever. Like, why? And it wasn't like classic like the first one. Why would you even make a sequel to that?
yeah, he had some shit.
That's the one with Buddha Monk in them.
I think so. Yeah,
Or was that Snakes? I know I get Snakes and Protecting That too confused. I think Buddha Monk was on both of them, right?
I'm gonna pull up the track list right now. Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about Baby Come On. Yeah,
Yes. Fire.
Baby Come On.
His anniversary is on Saturday. That the anniversary was death. You know.
Oh, how could we forget Going
Mm,
Down,
yeah.
nigga?
Um, Cutting Heads. Fire.
Ooh, man,
That's a
that whole
classic
album. You
album,
know,
man.
you know what? Let me
Classic
bump that
album.
shit.
We ain't never talk about that album.
I could have sworn
We
I
discussed that
probably did
album.
a solo review. I think I did.
I never discussed that album.
I could have sworn we both did.
I don't remember if we did. Ask Sam, because Sam usually knows what we did. So, Sam, did we ever review ODB first album? I don't think we did.
Not together. Yeah.
No? Okay.
Oh. Yeah, 'cause I know I did Nigga Please. Oh no, wait.
Hector was good.
I think I did Nigga Please solo. I think because I wasn't trying to talk about that fucking album for like an hour or some shit. I'm not gonna lie,
Jay
because
Z
it
with
was
Linkin
literally like
Park.
one song. I
Jay
can't.
Z with Linkin Park was a side project. It wasn't a part of a trilogy though.
Hip Hop
Favorite
to the
character
Pop.
from The Harder They Fall? Regina King character. She was the best to me. You can't. Reg ain't watch it yet, so you have to ask Reg when he watches it.
I think he was just asking you because
Oh, I said Regina King. Harlem. I didn't care for that Harlem World track on there. I didn't care for that one. That's not one of my favorites though.
yeah, that was another forgettable kind of track
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
yeah.
because there was
Rest in
certain
peace.
tracks I was like, okay, ODB, you just saying shit just to
Yeah.
say shit. Okay.
Favorite sequels in R&B. Favorite sequels. They didn't do too many sequels in R&B like that.
Shit, what's going on?
R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Yes, I'm saying that R. Kelly. R. Kelly. TP2. That shit was great. TP2.com. One of my favorite R. Kelly albums. You don't like it?
No, I like TV too. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of a sequel in R&B.
That's the only one that I can remember. I don't remember too many sequels in R&B.
I was
Mary
gonna
J.
say what?
Blige, that wasn't good. My Life 2, that was trash.
Oh
Not
God,
good at all. Not good at all. She should have never did a sequel for that. Um, yeah, the TP2.com, that was great. Yeah, they don't do too many sequels in R&B like that. That's basically they rap usually does that.
yeah, 'cause I'm having a brain fart trying to think.
You know. Ronald said, "Do any of y'all fuck with hot sauce on your food?" I'm
Hell
not big on hot sauce. Like once in the blue on fried chicken. I used to put it on eggs, scrambled eggs, once in the blue, but I'm not like a huge hot sauce fan. So
my mama loves her some hot sauce.
Marshall
I like to put
Mathers, hmm?
barbecue sauce over hot sauce on my fried chicken.
Barbecue sauce is good. That's good.
Hell yeah.
I've never tried it on eggs before though, but fried chicken, yeah.
Barbecue sauce on eggs is not actually bad either.
I haven't tried it yet. I know
I tried
suggest
it
people
because
do it.
it was an exotic recipe I was doing or some shit.
Oh man.
Marshall Mathers
Oh,
2 was good.
that
I'm
was
not going
okay.
to.
That was
The
okay. It
production,
wasn't his worst.
Rick Rubin fucked up on the production. That's all.
I actually have that album. I have the deluxe edition with
Same.
the DVD and shit. That wasn't bad, but it wasn't classic Allah. It was decent. It's a lot better than the shit that he's dropping now.
That's his best album post on. Wait, actually, that or Relapse is his best album post encore.
Re- Relapse and Recovery for me is still better than Marshall Mathers too.
I liked Recovery,
You
but
like
the
Recovery?
production was too soft. It was
It
too.
was too soft. That's his most
Yeah,
vulnerable album. I think that's why he wanted it like that.
I know, but
Proof just
that
died.
kind of,
You know, he
huh?
was feeling. Proof had just passed away. He was feeling. You know, he was grieving. He
Has
got some
Marshall
bangs
Mathers?
on there. Cold Wind Blows. That's like my favorite track on there. The first track. You didn't like that? Cold Wind Blows? Fire. That's vintage
It was
Marshall
alright.
on that. Um Talking to Myself, Going Through Changes,
I like that song.
Not Afraid. He got bangies on Recovery. Recovery was dope. I think he was more, and then he had like the tribute to about to say the Quick. He had the tribute to what's his name? The Proof on that album. I think he was his most vulnerable on that album. You know, and he talked about the rehab, going through the rehab on that album, and how his daughter looked at him and all that. That was a dope album.
Lyrically and content, I'll give you that. It's just that production
Hmm. You didn't like it,
made me. Let me re-listen to it. I'm gonna
but
re-listen.
isn't that like? I don't think Dre had any production on there, right?
I don't think so.
Nah, that Just Blaze was doing production on there though.
Yeah, he did No
He
Love.
gave him, yeah, he gave him some heat. Yeah, the Wheezy joint, No Love. That I love that joint. That
I
was
love
fire.
that.
And I never
Way
thought
better.
I never thought I would hear Wheezy and Eminem on the track together. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. I fuck with that joint. You know.
That Searching for Garcia, that was okay. It wasn't really one of my favorites. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
heard that a long time ago. I gotta hear that again.
I love the album cover though.
But D12, their first album, Devil's Night. I love that album. That
That's a
album
classic.
is that's a great album together. All of them. D12 World. I gotta go back and revisit that. I like some
Trash.
songs. You didn't like it?
Trash.
American Psycho with Be Real. That was a fire joint. You didn't get for that? Okay.
I heard it a while back and it was trash.
Oh wow.
But I did like you don't know the name of
Hmm.
my band.
The boy
So
band,
you
my band, I think it was called. They
yeah.
used to play that video on TRL all the time, yo. And it's like he was taking shots at like Backstreet Boys and those guys.
It's true, my bad. The videos were hilarious.
Um, Ronnie said, Usher, here I stand on Raymond versus Raymond. We
Here I
have to wait
stand.
till Friday. You have to wait till Friday. We
I'm
doing
already
here I
gonna say
stand.
I've already
You already
expressed how
saying?
I don't like post Here I Stand.
I like Raymond versus Raymond too though. That was a good album.
Decent.
Um, what are my thoughts on Venom? Venom was good. I like the Venom song. You know, I thought that was a good song. You know, that was from the Venom movie. I think that was a good song. I heard Q said I heard he's planning on making Slim Shady 2. I don't want to hear that.
No,
Do not want to hear
please,
that.
please.
Just leave it alone.
I actually like some shit more than Marshall Mathers LP one.
Yeah, but I didn't like the Drop the World track from Rebirth. I don't like that album. That album is you should have never tried to do a rock album.
Drop the World. That's actually my favorite song on the album.
Well, that should have been on somebody else's album, not like
That should have been on
Eminem's
the
album. Yeah, like not the Rebirth album. But I like No Love better. I think that's a better collaboration with him and Weezy.
same. Wayne killed that verse.
Definitely.
I'm gonna stay on for like 6 more minutes.
Practice said that's when rap fell off. What are we talking about? Which one? Or when he started making pop? Well, I never liked none of his. And I said this before on here. I never liked none of his first singles from any of his, except for like My Name Is from Slim Shady LP and Not Afraid. I never liked none of those first singles from Marshall. What was Real Slim Shady? I didn't like that as a first single. The Encore shit. What was the first single from Encore?
Just lose it.
Didn't like that. Um,
Stevie
the
Wonderful.
Relapse album when he had We Made It. I didn't like that shit.
I
Even
love.
Marshall Mathers LP two. The first single was what was it Survival or some shit? Was it Survival?
Marshall Mathers LP 2. No.
I
It was
forgot.
Berserk. It was Berserk.
I didn't like that either. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like I usually didn't like his first singles from his albums. It was like when I got the album, I'm like, yeah, this is fire. But I don't care for his first singles. I think he picked like he was going for like pop.
Mm.
D12 second album, I gotta go back and revisit that because I got D12 World, but it's been years since I heard it. Yeah, No Love is fire. I love that. That was a good track. What if Michael Jackson Michael can't make it because he's dead. So we can't do what if Michael made Thriller 2. And if he did, it probably would still be good.
Better lyrics is Maskills or Sagan.
Skills,
Yeah,
definitely.
I love Sagan though.
Saigon is dope, man. I gotta hear that again. I gotta hear that album again.
What was it?
Forever was good. I think they played that too much though.
I got
They
tired of
played
that track.
that yeah. I
May
got
not
tired of
mean
hearing
nothing to
Drake.
y'all.
Way too much they played that song, man. Way
Everyone
too
making a
much.
big deal because
Yeah.
it was on that basketball movie and
Right.
shit.
For LeBron.
Of course.
I'm like, come on, man.
Wait, wasn't DJ Khaled part of that shit too?
Was Khaled on it? I think Khaled was like screaming and shit on the back on that song. There's a lot of people on that song. Nah, I didn't watch it. I didn't even watch part one of Drink Champs.
I might just watch it just for entertainment wise and shit.
Luther Vandross, Nights in Harlem featuring Guru, or Luther Vandross, Lovely Day featuring Busta. I ain't hear neither one of them. What albums those are from?
You remember we did the breakdown? Um, Nice and Harlem, I think was from his '98, '99 album. I want to say.
What album is that?
I love that Nice and Harlem track.
That's not that. That's not that album where he had Foxy Brown in them on that. That wasn't on that album, right?
Shit, I gotta relook at that shit.
I don't remember that song. And Busta Rhymes, I don't remember that song.
Oh, okay.
Favorites?
Khaled was on there. Okay.
I thought he was. I felt like he was screaming on that song. He wasn't on
You can just feel him breathing.
it. I felt like it was made for Khaled to be on there. The Donda album is look. It's not a classic album. I do feel like it's better than that fucking Wyoming album in what's that other shit he came out with? What was before what was before Donda? Wasn't it Wyoming?
Yeah, it was
Uh, Yeah.
Life Pablo.
Life of Pablo, I like the bottom half of it. Donda was cool. It's not album of the year to me though. I don't feel like we had a strong year for albums. Like I like Tyler's album. I like Evidence album, which nobody's talking about. I like this album that we just talked about, AZ's album, and that's really about it for me. I don't have like a top 10. I don't have a top 5 this year. I think last year's albums were better. You know, a lot of people dropped a lot of shit, but it wasn't great. It was just people just dropping albums just to drop it. Yeezus was good. I like Yeezus. I fuck with Yeezus, but Yeezus was like way back. That was like before the Wyoming album. Eric was good.
It's good.
No, he was not doing that. Who told you that? I never heard no rumor about Me Against the World 2.
Man, Paul was recording everything. Who knew what he was going to do?
Favorite sequel mixtapes? I like the Cabin Fever series from Wiz Khalifa. That was a good
The
couple of
drought.
sequels. Huh?
The Drought series.
Yeah, the Drought, Little Wayne, the Drought. I like Dream Chasers series from Mick Mo. Uh, that's about it. I don't remember anymore.
I might have killed the spaghetti in a minute. So, yeah.
No, the album before Donda it wasn't Yeezus. It was the Wyoming album. Yeezus was like 2013 or some shit. That was even before Pablo. You miss Papoose? Is he retiring? He said what? I don't remember. I never seen no interview with Pac saying he was doing Me Against the World too. It's Soul Tapes, yeah, Fabulous. That was a good series. I forgot about that. There is no competition. That series. Um, I know there's some other ones. I just can't think of all of them right now.
Oh, yeah. Jesus is King. I forgot about that shit.
That shit, I didn't like that shit. Jesus is King. Didn't like that. Uh, he had like another one. It was like two gospel joints. Jesus is King, and there was another one. I didn't like that one either. There's a dark side. At this point, I don't. If it can it be better than the first one? I doubt.
You know, that's your favorite album?
Redman should not do no sequels. Just give us a new album. We don't need no new sequels, man. Favorite song from Tikal.
Meth vs. Chef.
Favorite song from Tikal. I don't know. I love PLO style was good. Mr. Sandman, Bring the Pain. I love all those joints.
I'm headed out for the night, y'all. I gotta get some shit together for thesis or whatever. But tomorrow night at 10 o'clock,
Are we doing
I'm
that
going.
10? I thought it was 11.
No, it's gonna be 10 tomorrow.
It's at 10. Why
Hmm.
so early? You got to do work or something?
Yeah, let's just say, cause my advisor kind of irritated the hell out of me, and I'll explain later on and shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I was going to do it at 10 o'clock tomorrow and stuff like that.
All
That's
right.
just here I stand. Ashley's
Yes.
going to join us for that one.
Yes. I haven't
Hmm.
seen her Ashley in a minute. Where's she been?
She's been good. She's like I said, she just got a new job,
Oh
so
yeah, that's right.
yeah, she's been
Are
having
we
to
are
get
we
shit.
getting hoodie Ashley tomorrow? what?
Who
Last time
knows?
she said we got hoodie Ashley. What we getting tomorrow?
Who knows? Depending
Are we
how
getting
what the
like
weather is tomorrow.
stocking cap Ashley or do rag
Well,
Ashley?
we were all wearing hoodies that day, right?
I know that's why I was like, oh shit, we all wearing hoodies. Ironically, that was weird.
Yeah.
You know.
Um, Woo Block. It was
Yeah, they.
I.
I want to see another Woo Block. 'Cause I feel like that one was incomplete.
Yeah, it
Not
was
everybody
rushed.
was on it. I wanted to, there was no. I don't think RZA was on that one. I didn't hear no
Nope.
RZA. I didn't come some of the Jizza. I don't think Jizza was on that one.
Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
we need another one.
Sunday. I'm gonna go back to the jazz reviews. Talk about my man George Benson with Reason.
Nice.
Um, then for the albums, I was thinking about talking about this week. I was thinking about doing another trash review on Ice Cube's War and Peace.
Uh oh. Both
Yeah,
volumes or just one?
both.
Oh wow, a double review.
Yeah, I just
Uh
want to get
oh.
those albums over with
Uh oh.
because I do plan on ordering Speaker Box Love Below this fucking weekend
Right.
and shit like that. I do plan on ordering that one. And then also this upcoming week, I do plan on talking about Crunk Juice.
Yes.
So it's going to be an interesting week. We got
Wow.
George Benson, we got Don Mega, we got
Stop-
Lil.
Please stop calling them that.
No, that's I might just call the review that. It's like the
You
Adventures
gonna
of
really
Don
call
Mega.
him that? Don Mega? I don't. It doesn't say Don Mega on the album.
Well, it's just that was the beginning of it. We be
Yeah,
coming.
that was
That kind
that was the
of
beginning and the end. Yes, the beginning and the
I
end.
hated that fucking voice. He was in the West Side Connection album. It was
Mhm.
decent. It was
It was great. He was
decent
great
because
on
it
that.
worked on some of the beats and
He
stuff
was
like
great on
that.
that.
But
Hmm.
oh my god! And spoiler alert! I cannot stand that song. Hello, just gonna be real with you.
Oh wow.
I only liked MC Ren's
I
verse.
I like it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a heavy review.
Yeah.
Another
Wow.
heavy review.
That's a 2 hour review right there.
Yeah, man. Got some shit in the works. Got something for Jay Z's birthday.
Uh
That's all
oh.
I'm gonna say for right now.
Uh oh.
Yeah.
BJ's
Yeah.
joining us for that one. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna release that later on
That
Thanksgiving.
that might have to be a 4 hour another 4 hour discussion.
That
The
might
Jay Z
have to
one.
be.
The Jay Z one. That's gonna be a lot of debate for that one. I already
Yeah.
know.
On Thanksgiving, I'm gonna reveal what we're gonna do for Jay Z's birthday and shit. So
Black Friday.
Black Friday, excuse me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't doing shit on Thanksgiving except for eating and sleeping,
Right. Watching football.
smoking. But yeah, man. So this is gonna be a very interesting week. Stay tuned tomorrow for motherfucking Here I Stand, which I know that's gonna be a controversial review. I can already tell y'all that right now. So yeah, because everyone hates that album,
No, I
but
like that album. They
I,
hate it?
I,
Really?
I like I said, I like that album too.
Why they hate it?
It wasn't Confessions, but still,
Right.
Y'all just want this is the thing. Y'all just want these R&B singers to go through so much trauma just for a good album. Y'all don't want R&B singers to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Jill Scott's been happy all these years and shit. I don't hear nobody talk about her. All she did
Well,
was
let me.
taking a long walk, living her life like it's golden and shit.
Right. She
Who
got her
else?
classics though.
Shoot, let's see. We said what?
She got her classic albums though. So
Oh, I thought you said she ain't
she
got no class. I
no,
was
she
about to
got
say,
classics. It's just
whoa.
she ain't made one in a long time, but you know,
I think her last classic was the second album, but she made some good shit.
like beautiful was a beautiful thing. That was a good album.
Ooh,
That was a good one.
yeah, man. Jill got her heat.
Yeah.
Who else?
Ryan Leslie is underrated. I agree, Power. A dope artist. He hasn't
Yeah,
made nothing in years though.
I could care less. Shaka Khan's happy and shit, but yeah,
Right.
Mary J. Blige is the perfect example. Y'all want this girl to go through the most horrendous
Yes.
trauma
Yes.
just so that she can make a good album.
Yes. Sniff
Y'all
up
want
some
this
sniff
girl
it up
to have a
again.
mental breakdown on shit.
No. I'm not saying that I want her to commit suicide. I just wanted to sniff some cocaine and come out with another good album. Another
'Cause I
classic.
like some happy. I like some Happy Mary albums, like the Breakthrough, No More
Breakthrough was
Drama.
great. That was her last great album though. To me. That's her last great
Yeah,
album.
I agree. I agree.
That you know, she Stronger with Every Tear
Growing
had some
Pains,
bangers.
Growing Pains was okay.
Grown Pains had some bangers. It's not classic, you
Just
know.
fine. Fine.
I love that song, but it wasn't a great album. There's only a couple of
I
songs I
like
like
the
on.
remix better with the Chub Rock remix and shit.
Oh shit, he's on the remix?
Yeah, hold on, I gotta send it to
I
you.
never
Hold on.
heard it. Chubb
That
Rock on the
shit.
remix?
They
Never
no
heard that.
they sampled the
Oh,
Treated
they
Mike
sampled Chubb
song.
Rock. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never heard that.
Lil Wayne's on it too. I think.
Oh wow. Yeah, well, but Weezy was
Easy
was
F
big then.
baby.
He was on everything back then.
Yeah, man. No, I'm just saying, like,
Anya
y'all
is
want
dope. I fuck with Anya.
who?
Anya,
Who's that?
she's a singer, but it wasn't R&B. It was like mood music. That's what I call it.
Didn't
You
the
know.
Fuji sample her?
Yeah. I think they sampled Ready for Ready or Not, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, no. Okay.
What genre is she? She's not R&B to me. What genre is she?
I just consider that alternative.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anya was dope.
like that Bjork kind of shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bjork.
like the same way I feel about T.I. Like, catch a gun charge and go to prison for like 6 months and write a
And that's
classic album. Because he made his classics when he was locked up. When the nigga came out of jail, what did he have? What did he give us? No Mercy? That was shit. You know what
no
I'm
mercy.
saying? The No Mercy album was crap. Y'all remember that song he did with Chris Brown? I didn't like that song.
Yeah, because they were
But you look
mostly
at
like
you look at urban legend and trap music and King, Paper Trail. He was incarcerated for those albums.
nigga spent his whole life in prison.
For his whole
That's
career
not funny.
basically. He spent half of his career in prison.
That's not
But
funny.
when Paper Trail came out, he was just coming out of prison. When Paper Trail
No,
came
he
out,
was just going in prison.
I thought he was just coming out when that was coming out.
Nah, he
He
was
was
about
still
to go
locked
in
up.
prison with Chris Drill. Because remember that
But you
gun
see,
charges.
right? So for those albums, he was locked up. Like he didn't come out at all until after Paper Trail, and he gave us bullshit.
Nigga knows the
You
bailiff's
know what I
name
mean?
by heart and shit at this
Yeah,
point.
I need him to go back in jail. Go back and catch a gun charge with your wife or something. I need him to go back in jail for a classic album again. Maybe we need Andre 3000 to put on that weird clothing and shit from the 2000s to actually come out with an album. You know, put on them them fucking wigs you were wearing and the football shields and shit. And give us another album.
I'm gonna need Kendrick Lamar's high top fade back again if he wants to.
You know. Hey, well, Kane he ain't ball headed. He still got his hair. Maybe he got to grow a high top fade again to come up with a classic album. So
Do the moves he did on I Get the Job done and shit.
Locked Up Ti all day. Give me Locked Up Ti. That's when he made his best music.
Oh, funny.
Don't he got a new album out? Ti got a new album out, right? Or it's coming out?
He's coming out with his last album. I think it's called The King. King
Oh
something.
God, I'm not listening to. Oh Lord.
You call King the
Yes,
King comes in.
music is underrated. Definitely like music. Music is
Trash.
underrated. You don't like music on Soul Child?
Nah,
You don't like none of his albums?
nah.
Wow. Wow.
You
Yeah,
got a
music
weird
is
looking
definitely underrated. You got a weird looking head? What? You got a weird looking head? That's what you said?
he just don't do nothing for me and shit.
Oh. I think he made some of the best neo soul in the 2000s though.
I disagree.
Really? You did so you
I
didn't
feel
like,
like
Girl Next Door? You didn't like Love? You didn't like
I don't
Buddy?
want the girl. I don't want the girl next door hearing me play his music and shit. So.
I think the Girl Next Door would have been playing that in the 2000s.
But I'm sorry, but that I get the job done video. Now I see what you're saying because that video is funny as fuck. Look at
I mean, it fit Kane because he's a dancer. It fit him. You know what I'm saying?
oh shit.
Reggie don't know what he's
Oh
talking
shit.
about. This man does not like Lord Willing. So anything at this point is like, I'm not
Yep.
surprised that he said shit like
Yeah,
that.
I don't like the glitter soundtrack, so I'm not
You're
surprised.
comparing the Glitter soundtrack to Lord Willing? Are you
No, no,
serious?
no. The glitter soundtrack is actually good.
No, it's not. It's not good. You're comparing that to Lord Willing is a classic. I don't know what the hell you to feel like Glitter is like a personal classic to you. But I don't think it's a classic universally when we talking Mariah albums.
Oh, the Silk Sonic album came out today.
Is
You
it today it
lying,
came out? I thought it was next week.
bro? They literally just rushed this shit 3 times already.
I heard some there's been people I heard like 4 tracks already and they don't like it. So that's half of the damn album right there.
Oh shit, that shit is out. Oh shit, damn.
Well, you said you wanted to do a discussion on that album, so
Oh,
that'll be
you
short.
bet. You
If it's
bet your
if it's
ass.
all whack, that'll be a short review. It'll be like 30 minutes.
You know what?
I thought it was next week it was coming out though.
I literally thought it was next week. I thought it was
Wow.
2022, first of all, but I want to keep my
Right.
mouth shut
They
with that.
they pushed it up. They pushed it up.
Yeah, man. I want to get my. You know what? Let's do it next week. Fuck it.
Okay.
Sunday after. Mm, let's push Ice Cube to Sunday because I can wait on that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Next Sunday. Okay.
We're gonna do Silk Sonic probably next Tuesday.
All right.
Fuck it. World premiere. If it's good, it's gonna be good. If it's bad,
Oh man.
if it's bad, y'all
I'm
know.
not doubting them because they both dropped great albums, so I'm not doubting them yet.
I mean, I've seen many albums that got rushed and
Right.
it wasn't what I expected it to be. So
Right. Right.
because mind you, the album just came out and
Mhm.
everyone's already called people are already calling it a class. I'm on Twitter right now.
Right.
They say, "Oh my god, this is amazing." I'm just like, "Oh my
Oh
god, the
Lord.
album just came out."
Right. It came out an
Shit.
hour ago. It's already amazing.
Right, like I make it out to seem like this is a Stevie Wonder song is in the key of life or some shit.
Right.
Like
Right.
Jesus Christ,
Man.
shit. But oh well, like I said, this is gonna be the album of the year. 'Cause everyone's talking about it. They got
Nah.
best group on the BET Awards for only one song. That's all I know.
It's a good song. That was a good song. But is the
I mean,
album good?
it's a good song, yeah, but I'm
I
tired
would
of
I
hearing
would hate to listen to
tired
that
of,
album and then that's the only good song on that album.
I'm tired of hearing that track and shit. Okay, I believe in us. I like it, but it's just overplayed and shit. Like
Alchemist dropped a new mixtape. What's the name of it? I didn't hear it.
hell, no one's talking about Summer Walker's album. Summer Walker had one of the best albums this year. I won't
I
be
never
real.
listened to her. I never listened to her.
Even though her label screwing her money and shit, but I'm gonna give
I
it a
think
shot.
her had the best R&B album this year. I love her album.
Ooh,
Her album is dope.
that might be a December review and shit right there.
Yeah, she had a good album. It was
I
like
don't know
20
why it took
something
me so
tracks.
long.
Something.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
why
it
did
took
it
me
take you
so
so
long.
long to listen?
'Cause like I said, nothing was really impressing me like that this year. I was just trying to vibe, work on this stupid ass thesis and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, to be honest with you,
That song from that song with Anderson .Paak and Smokey on the Ventura album was dope. I love that song.
I love that.
That was a great track.
Beyonce dropped a new song too called "Be
Did she?
Alive." Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, you was a big her fan. That's why I thought you was gonna tell me about the album. And I heard the album myself.
cause like I said, I had so much shit I was trying to get accomplished this whole fucking year. At one
Right.
point, I was just like, I'm gonna listen to. I get pushing it back, and then I
Yeah.
was the Zelda was dropping
Yeah.
albums every week and shit. Then so I heard some of it. I was like, okay, this is good. But then
Mm,
I heard it like a couple of days ago. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like
right.
this is
Twenty
actually R
something
and B.
songs. Yeah. Real
No,
R&B.
not filler. No filler.
No filler.
No filler, in my opinion.
And she got 20 something songs on that album.
Yes.
You know.
Summer Walker is boring. I disagree with that.
I never heard her. Never listened to
Adele is boring to me.
her.
Man, the fact that she's gonna have a concert and then Oprah is gonna interview her. Oh my god.
Hey, it's Adele. You know.
I don't give a damn. It's fucking Janae Dubois and shit. Like,
I think she made some great music. I liked a lot of her albums.
I mean, I think
And
Shaq made some great music too. So,
she don't even look like herself. Like she lost a ton of weight.
well,
You know.
I'm hope that weight don't find her way back though. But
You think it will?
she just lost some weight. What's the
Mhm.
big fucking deal?
Cause she looked like a different person without the weight.
Missy Elliott lost weight. I don't hear
Yeah,
nobody
but no,
ragging
but
about her. and shit.
Missy was sick though. I don't. Adele wasn't sick, right?
Not that we know of.
No, not that I know. She wasn't sick.
But people lose weight every fucking day and shit like that. People make a big. I don't understand why everyone makes a big fucking deal about weight loss and shit. Like, nigga, you
It's
lose
a-
weight every fucking day.
Hey, if Big Pun had lost the amount that she did, he would still be alive. He needed to lose weight. He needed to lose weight, and they tried to get him to lose weight, and he didn't want to. That's why he died.
If he was comfortable being fat, let him be comfortable
No,
being
but
fat.
yeah, but not when there's pressure on your heart.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I get that, but like I said, it's like you can only help people if they want to be helped. That's all I got.
All Cuban Link had to say was, "You want to live or you want to die." That's all he had to tell him. You
No,
want to
all they
die
had
in
to
another
do
year?
was- All they had to do was just take the KFC away and shit. That's all they had to do.
Oh man. All he had to say was like, yo, if he had went to a gypsy and the gypsy told him you're gonna die in 2000, he would have lost that weight.
Nigga was 600 pounds.
I think he would have lost the weight. Yeah, and that's why. Remember in the Cool G Rap book, his stage performance was weak because he was never able to sit up. He was always in a chair.
That's true.
You couldn't do a whole concert in a chair.
Hell, Biggie had more energy and shit. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And Biggie was walking around and he was half his size.
Heavy D was doing fucking Sammy Davis
Heavy-
Jr. dance
Right.
moves and shit.
Heavy D was dancing better than Big Les and his choreographers on stage. I saw Heavy D twice. He was
Don't
a
even
great
get me
dancer.
started on the Fat Boys.
And,
Don't
the
even
Fat
get
Boy-
me-
and they lost
Shit.
weight.
Some of the moves the Fat Boys were doing put some of these girls to fucking shame.
And they
shit.
lost
That's all I
weight.
gotta say.
If you look at, I spoke to Cool Rock Ski from the Fat Boys. He don't look nothing like how he did in the 80s.
No.
He lost all that weight.
Hell, Marky
He
D,
lost all that weight.
Marky D lost weight too and
Yes.
shit. Like,
Prince Marky D lost. The other dude didn't. He died also. So it matters when you hit a certain amount of weight. Like, yeah, that shit is pressure on your heart.
yeah, man.
I think that's why she did it, and she looked totally good. Like she don't look like her old self. It's like looking at
It's just
somebody
like-
else.
When a white woman loses weight, everyone wants to just crowd around and just make a big fucking deal. I'm just
Look,
like, okay,
this chick
she
was
lost
big, yo. Like she wasn't thick.
Yeah,
she
she
was
was fat.
obese. She was
weight.
obese.
Yeah, she was fat.
I'm pretty sure Oprah's gonna talk about the weight loss and all that. People want to know,
Of course.
what did you do?
Of course. The Empress of Black Media is gonna say some shit now. Of course.
I
Every
want to
time
know
you-
how she
Oh.
lost the weight.
Every time and did she just break up with somebody too? Oh.
I
Every
think she
time there's
did.
trouble,
She
always
had a
the
baby.
first one.
She had a baby or something. She had a baby recently.
I don't care if she had a goose.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, as you know, I like Adele's music. I want to know how she lost the weight because she don't look like how she do years ago.
Easy. She did exercise and shit.
That's not all that she did. There's women that's trying to exercise to lose 50 pounds and they can't do that. I'm pretty sure she did more than just exercise.
Because most women, when they go to the fucking gym, they don't lose weight. They try to just impress niggas. I'm just gonna be real.
You ain't gotta
Every
impress
time,
me if you.
every time. Why do I have to see a video of you working out and shit? Look at me. Look at me. I'm doing abro. Like, come on, man. And then you're not even doing the fucking shit right. That's what I'm
You see what
saying.
Power said? Power was right. People made a big deal about Jennifer Hudson, and she's black.
Well, Jennifer Hudson at that time, she was in Dreamgirls and shit like that. She wasn't even big. First of all, she wasn't even big.
She wasn't big. I mean,
She
she
wasn't
wasn't
even
big puns,
big
but she was
compared
big.
to compared to Fatty Adele and shit. Like Adele was Humpty
What are you
Dumpty compared to Jennifer Hudson and shit. Like
What are you saying?
that's thick. I'm sick and tired of all these black women. Every time they get
You
thick,
remember
oh, that's fat.
You remember Ruben Studdard? When the
That's
last time you
big.
seen him? He's still big, right? Exactly.
He
So
lost weight.
he
Ruben
lost
Studdard
weight.
lost weight. Yeah, he
Did he
lost
lose?
weight.
Did he lose the? Did he lose the amount of weight like Adele?
Yeah, but no one made a big deal out of that. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on. Y'all
I
think I'm
haven't seen
playing?
Ruben Studdard in a long time. So
Y'all think I'm playing and shit? Because, like I said, no one talks about Ruben Studdard's weight loss, but y'all want to make a big deal because Adele lost 5 pounds and shit.
Ru-
Okay,
it's
all
a.
right, all right, all right. You know what? I'm just gonna gain some weight one day and lose the weight. I'm not even gonna make a big. I'm just gonna do one of them Luther Vandross yo-yo diets and shit.
Luther was
Fuck
up
it.
and down, yo. Like
Luther confused the hell out of me. I love Luther, but I'm just like, nigga, are you
Yeah.
fat or skinny? Just make up your
Fat
fucking
Luther
mind.
had the best music. Give me Fat Luther.
I hate when people say that shit. Like,
But it's true. He made his best music when he was fat.
nigga, when he was skinny, he still made some dope shit.
What did he
I
make?
hate when niggas
Power
say
of
that.
Love. Okay, he made Power of Love. Okay, that's one
No,
album.
wait to love. The Give Me the Reason album.
That was okay. That was okay.
Oh my, that was okay. That was okay. Nigga, he
I
was
prefer
winning.
I prefer '80s Fat Luther. Never Enough. That album and the second album.
Look at that.
Oh, he did lose
Look
weight.
at
Well,
that.
I ain't seen him in years though. He ain't come out with shit.
Shit.
He lost some weight.
loses
Okay.
weight. Adele loses weight. She's all over the media. Everyone's making a huge fucking deal out of it.
Remember,
Like,
she's doing R&B from overseas. It's not like she was born here.
R&B
So
overseas.
the R&B from remember they had that whole invasion. We had Adele, we had Estelle, we had Leona Lewis, Sam Smith. They all from overseas. Ed Sheeran. You know, it was like the British invasion all over again.
Okay, I want to see what happened when Justin Timberlake gains weight. I want to see what happens and shit.
Well, I mean that could happen. Justin dances, so I mean the chances of him not losing that weight is he can definitely lose the weight.
Elvis danced too, and look what happened to him.
You comparing Elvis to Adele and Justin Timberlake? Elvis?
My point is, just because a nigga can dance or a nigga does all aerobics, you don't know what you don't know. Hell, Jim Morrison was crazy as fuck on stage. He was doing all them Indian dances and shit like that. Look what happened to him. He got fucking big and shit. And I love Morrison. Nigga had his whole belly out one time on stage and shit. I was like, nigga, what?
Yeah, Elvis let himself go after a while though. He didn't start out like that. He was skinny and then got fat. You know.
And mind you, we're not even talking about Aretha Franklin and shit.
Aretha too.
Oh, and I love Aretha.
You know. That shit matters. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't eat the same shit forever. You know.
I've been the same
You
weight,
can't-
most of the same weight range for about
I-
5-6 years now. And shit.
I always had a high metabolism. Like my grandfather was like that. That's just how it was. Like we always had a fast metabolism, so it's easy for us to not gain weight like that. But I mean, like I got homeboys that were younger than me, and they had to get kidney transplants because they were eating the wrong shit. They had a bad diet. When you're eating McDonald's all the time, and you're drinking soda and all that, that shit is gonna have an effect on your body after a while.
Exactly.
That right there is the reason why I switched up my whole diet like 15 years ago. Like there's no more fast food like that for me and takeout and all that shit, and I had to change all that because but when I saw my homeboy in the hospital, it was like, yo, like you younger than me and you have to get a kidney transplant because your diet is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So and
Yeah,
he'll always be on medication forever. So it's like that. I'm like I'm not gonna be in the hospital with that like that. So that made me cut out a lot of shit. So when people ask me like on here like when they talk about food and like I'm like yo I don't eat fast food no more. It's like I can't tell you the last time I had McDonald's and Domino's pizza. I don't eat that shit no more.
if
Like
I
for
do
me
eat fast,
it's
well,
home cooked meals for me. Like home cooked meals. That's what I fuck with. I don't fuck with and I live around McDonald's and all that. I don't fuck with that shit. I
yeah,
couldn't tell
man,
you. I think it might have been like 3 4 years ago since I had McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's and the regular fast food that everybody else would eat. I don't eat that shit
yeah,
because that
man.
shit is gonna have an effect on your body after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because rarely like I rarely eat McDonald's like that. If I do eat fast food, it's mostly like Wendy's because like Wendy's is more healthier when it comes to calories and shit.
Right,
Bojangles and shit like that. Yeah,
right.
I mostly just cook my shit most of these days. So
And you gotta drink more water. That's important too. Like
water and
I wasn't
tea.
drinking a lot of water 15 years ago. And I drink water now more than ever. And I got like a water cooler in my house. So you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
not that not that flavored water bullshit that
Yeah,
people
not the flavored water. Not and I tried that shit. I tried the was it vitamin water and shit. I had all that shit before.
disgusting.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean you gotta exercise and take care of yourself because especially for black people, like we got like a high count of like cholesterol and high blood pressure and you know I took my family got diabetes, so it was like I gotta watch what I eat.
Exactly.
You know?
But yeah, man, I'm actually about to eat me some spaghetti tonight and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna end this off for the night because streaming is already on my ass because that 4 hour stream took out a lot of my free clearance. So
Right.
um, I will see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all subscribe
All
and I
right.
hope y'all check out the AZ Do or Die too. Appreciate this, bro.
No doubt.
Peace.
Peace.